All right, welcome back to our channel. Max Tornow here. In this video, I want to talk about the truth behind building a very first business. More specifically, I want to talk about private victories versus public victories. So if you're currently, looking for building a very first business, you're a complete beginner. But even if you're kind of into it, you've started with it and you're getting discouraged every time you're looking up on Instagram or you go on YouTube and all you see is good-looking, shredded guys just paragliding and doing cool things and just counting their money. And I invested in Bitcoin in 2013 and now I have the money. Look at me, lifestyle, business, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's the typical Instagram issue. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Even I feel bad when I go to Instagram. All right? I've literally already made millions every single year since 2016. And even I feel bad because you know what? There's guys on Instagram that they own multiple Bugattis. I can't do that with my millions. I need billions for that. Actually, not billions. I think with hundreds of millions or tens of millions, you could easily buy a bunch of Bugattis. But anyways, the point is even I feel bad, all right? So if you're trying to come from the standpoint of like, I just need to make more money and then I won't feel bad anymore on Instagram, trust me, you'll always feel bad. Or at least, and maybe if you're the billionaire who has the Bugattis, maybe then you don't feel bad about yourself anymore. But the point is the following. Don't disregard the private victories that are going into building a very first business. I'll never forget the thousands of private victories I've had alone by myself, without a brand, before I became famous with my very first brand. When I did my very first coachings, I back then literally offered a full day of coaching for my dating advice business for 79 euros. 79 euros, all right, per person. And the first one I did had 3 people in it. And for me, that was a huge private victory, all right? 79 euros times 3, I don't know how much that is, but for me, it was next level. And nobody knew about this except for me and the 3 guys that signed up. And that was a huge private victory, but let's tone it back even more. Sometimes you're waking up in the morning and you really want to work on your business. You know you want to work on your business, but you're tired, but you're depressed. But the last weeks haven't yielded any results. That's a private victory when you do get up and you do work, right? Don't forget about that. And it's so funny because with this whole Instagram lifestyle or TikTok nowadays, right, what the young folks are doing out there, it's so easy to think like, oh, the only thing that counts, the only thing that matters is these public victories. While I do agree to a large degree, what actually matters is actually delivering results, especially when it comes to business. But please don't disregard those private victories that are coming into that. And if you're watching my Instagram, all right, I'm trying to sprinkle in as much as I can between the lifestyle stuff, also the work stuff. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go ahead and do so, because you can see that like there's sometimes weeks I barely leave my apartment. First off, because we have a home office in the apartment, I have half the team there because it's 2 floors. But second of all, because I don't do anything else other than just working. And I'm trying to show that as well. And you know what the saddest part is? Whenever I post the work stuff, my Instagram story views go down. Whenever I post the party and the bikinis and the traveling, Instagram views go through the roof. What does that tell you? It tells you that people only celebrate you for the public victories. But here's where you come in place. You got to celebrate your own private victories. That's the point of it. Private victories. Only you know about them. So please don't feel discouraged about that. And to be fully honest, what does it really mean to build your very first freedom business? It means you have to go beyond what you think is possible. You have to go beyond your own limitations. You will, I guarantee you, experience the absolute lowest lows in your life. You'll also experience the absolute most euphoric highs of highs with your very own business. You'll be forced to grow. You'll be forced to continue, even though you could literally cry sitting in front of your laptop. You'll be forced to do that. And there's basically, you can do 2 things. You have a choice when it happens to you. You can accept that challenge and you can continue on that adventure, even though it's massively going uphill and it's cold, right? And there's like metaphorical snow just waving into your face and it hurts your skin. Or you can say, you know what, this is how much I take and I'm gonna go back to the 9 to 5. For me personally, I put myself in the situation where I couldn't go back. It would have been very difficult for me. I kind of burnt the boats, and I always want to be careful with talking about that because I don't recommend you to do that. We recommend that to our beginner clients as well, to not do that. We always say, look, transition from your job. You can absolutely build your freedom business with 5 to 10 hours while at the same time being in your job. Don't be stupid like me. Transition into it easily. But ultimately, again, the choice is yours. Do you accept that challenge and you continue to grow? Or are you letting it kill you and you stop and you give up and you go back to the normal life, to the mediocre life maybe? So if you do accept it, I believe you're going to embark on the greatest adventure that one can get on nowadays, one of the greatest adventures, and that's the adventure called entrepreneurship. And like I said, you'll be forced to grow. You'll be forced to drop all your insecurities. All your insecurities will be exposed. They will, and you're going to have to learn to deal with it. And every time I meet an entrepreneur that is actually successful, meaning 6 to 7 figures a year, it starts roughly at the 6 figures, let's put it that way, multiple 6-figure mark. That is where you can really say, okay, now you've been going through a bunch of BS. You've probably been trialed for your mental strengths more than once. And every time I meet an entrepreneur like that, I can really see how they've had to develop a shell, a hard armor around them. I can really see they've been through a lot. And the higher up you go, you can literally see it in their face. Okay, they've been on quite some crazy adventures. And they've said yes to that adventure, and they get rewarded for that. So on one end, please realize that this is not only about the public victories, it is about the private victories. On the other hand, whenever you're being challenged personally, emotionally, professionally, endure, stick through that. You're just, you have to get over that mountain pass, and even though it's cold and rocky and difficult, you have to get over that, because sooner or later you'll be in the sunny valley again and you're going to have an easier time. So it's absolutely inevitable to be brought to the brink of your sanity, but that's part of it, and you have to say yes to that. And I hope, with my content, I can kind of show that as well. And to be fully transparent with you, I used to be exactly that guy, right? If you remember my very old footage, even on this channel, I used to be much more flashy and show the lifestyle and so on and so forth. I kind of also tried to balance it back then, but I'm trying to balancing it even more now to really show you, hey, building a business can be quite boring. It can be full of private victories. So please don't get discouraged, right? And if you want to know how exactly the process looks like for you personally to build your very own freedom business, what would you have to do, where your strengths are, what could you sell in your specific situation, and go ahead and book a free consultation call with me or with my team over on my website. All you have to do is you basically click that link down below, or the link that appears somewhere here right now. You click on that link and brings you to an application form. You fill that out, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. We've been helping over 2,000 people now find their strengths, find their offer, know exactly what they could be offering. We help you with everything, with how positioning yourself, how to get your first clients, how to get your first test client, how to scale that up, and so on and so forth. We've done it many, many times before. No, it's not going to be some instant fix type of thing. It has to be hard work, right? You have to be able to grow beyond your wildest beliefs and everything, and you have to drop a lot of your insecurities, but we can help you with that, all right? So I want to thank you very much for watching this video, and like I said, book that call down in the description below, and I'll talk to you very soon.
What is going on? Hope everyone is sensational. Very quick update. Just last Saturday had my 3rd close. Yeah, made 3K so far. Incredibly thankful. Shout out to everybody, to every coaches who gave me extremely helpful advice. Now I got it, man. I'm so thankful. And yes, I have so many ambitions, so many dreams. I want to make them true. And thank you very much.